Hi there.
Hey guys. I just combed the mullet, but I didn't even look in the mirror, so let me go check on this thing, see if I need to redo this. It's not too bad, I guess. Y'all can deal, right? So, I accidentally showed in my last video that my mailbox had been destroyed. And I guess I had some explaining to do. Here's some of the remains. Luckily the mailbox didn't actually get damaged very bad. It came right off there. Good thing there's not mail, because I never even looked if there was mail. One of my signs got split, but luckily I know a guy. And this was like a pretty cool part of it, and it just completely broke off. I gotta walk down the street, by the street, and there's a car coming, so actually it's an 18-wheeler. I'm just gonna wait a minute until it's gone, because the puppy's following me, so I can tell you a second. It's not an 18-wheeler. Horse trailer. I could hear that there was a trailer. I just assumed that it was behind an 18-wheeler. Man, I don't know if I just had y'all on the light. Anyways, back to the mailbox. So here, you better not go on that street, little boy. No better. Here's my mailbox, where the remains of my mailbox. These other two signs are okay, I guess. I'll probably just reuse those. I had rocks piled all around it, you know, like up around the base of it, and they just kind of got blown out of the way. And this thing's buried like 3 feet deep, so I'm gonna have to take a shovel and dig this out. It's probably gonna come out pretty easily, I guess. But get out of that road, you little boy. Hey, come here. That pole, I just can't really reuse it. It's not long enough to bury in the ground now because it's snapped off, so I'm gonna have to cut down another tree. I'm wearing slippers right now, but I'm gonna take y'all to the tree that I'm gonna use. Come on! Keep coming. I'll take y'all to the tree. Come on. I'm gonna use after I get part of my. Look at all these junk car parts. And not so junk car parts. Here's all the parts for the Camaro. I've got everything painted except this right here. So I want to tape over that sticker before I paint it so that it stays there. Alright, back to the tree. Whoa, spider. Another spider. I never really showed y'all any of this, but I cut down a lot of trees in here a couple months ago. I need to cut down a lot more. But this is where I'll be having my garden area. And right there's the house. So that gives you an idea. All this is going to be cleared out. Everything that's this big or smaller going away. This one's pretty straight. I might keep it. We'll just see. Most of them are going. But here's the next mailbox tree. It's a cedar also. Hold on. So it's a cedar, and I guess that it got damaged. I'm pretty sure what happened was there was an ice storm and it bent the tree over with all the ice and probably broke it somewhere right in here. And then it just continued to grow that way. And then these upshoots just went straight up. So I thought about leaving this tree just because it was so unique, but now I need a mailbox pole, so that's what it's gonna be, is a mailbox pole. What are you doing? Better watch out for them thorns. So I'm not doing it now, but in the next, I reckon in the next week or so, I gotta bust out the chainsaw and cut that sucker down, dig up the other one and bury it. My mail lady hasn't said anything yet, but I've only seen her once, and we were driving, so I just waved at her. But I'm sure she'll just bring the mail up to my house for a couple of days until I get it fixed. She probably assumes somebody else hit it. I should probably tell her that that's what happened, or at least just not tell her otherwise. But I reckon I should tell her myself, maybe. So let me tell you what happened. I don't know if you can tell much from the videos, but my driveway is a big hill, and I'm gonna just try to give y'all some scale of that. So right now you're about even with my back tires, where my tires touch the ground. And now I'm going to drop you all the way to the ground so you can see. Well, I don't know if that even showed you guys. Get up here, out of there. Get out of the road. Boy, come here. Aloha. Come on, you little mutt. Come on, mutt. Alright. He's just looking at Dave's mailbox. Come on. So here's the story for real this time. Well, I had some company over, and whenever you pull in my driveway, there's not room for two vehicles to pull in, so it's the whole car behind the other car kind of thing, and one person has to move and then back out, and then you back out, and then they can pull back in and then get in the car with you kind of thing. Luckily her car was in front of my truck, so because we had just taken my truck somewhere. And then what happened was, dropped it down into neutral, reached over to hit the brake. There was no brake fluid in the truck. So I went down that hill with no brakes. The other side of this hill has a pretty big drop off. And those are some pretty big pine trees right there. So I guess you can see where this story's going. I come rolling down this hill backwards with no brakes at all, zero brakes. And then I get right here and I decide that I don't want to go off that. So I say, well, maybe my mailbox will stop me. And it did. And I hit it and it bounced up, and the rear end landed on top of this where it snapped. So my truck was high centered, which means that your wheels aren't touching the ground. You're basically picked up on the frame. And these rocks were piled up, and they were underneath my shock mount, my spring mount anyway. And so now I'm supposed to be leaving with this girl that I'm honestly trying to impress a little bit. And now it's raining, and I have to get out of my truck and tell her, hey, just hang tight for a minute and just hang tight for a minute because I just wrecked my truck and it's gonna take me a minute to fix it. So here's all the damage to the truck. She was a real sweetheart about it though, and she actually got out of the car in the rain and helped me, even though I told her not to. But she picked up all the stuff while I grabbed a shovel and dug the rocks out from under my rear end. Luckily I just needed to put some more brake fluid in it, so I just topped off the master cylinder. Obviously it's leaking from somewhere, I don't know where. It's probably a wheel cylinder, but it's a really slow leak. It's got to be because I've checked it twice and it hasn't gone down. So it's obviously a problem I need to address. But anyway, I've been keeping an eye on it now until I get it fixed. But that's the story of the mailbox. So like I said, I'm not going to be fixing it anytime soon. But whenever I do, I will bring y'all along for the ride. Cool. Alright, well, it wasn't the most fun video, but I'm glad you got to hear the story. Yo. Hey. Tell them to check the links in the description. Tell them. Man, you don't do anything I ask you to do. Why don't you do something I ask you to do? Fine. Well, I'll check the links in the description.